So I told my driver, when the traffic clears, you go home. I'm going to the airport. So I just stepped outside and I saw one two-wheeler guy coming on a motorbike and the pillion was waiting. So I did this, right? And he stopped and he said, where do you want to go? I said, I want to go to the airport. He said, yeah, I'm going that side. Can I drop you? I said, yeah, you can. Then he asked me, he said, listen, have you done pillion riding before? Are you capable of doing it? I said, no, I will manage. So he said, I will take care of it. Then he took some side roads, this, that, etc. He reached me to the airport 10 minutes before my scheduled time to be in the airport. If there is a flight, I am there at least 90 minutes before time. I'm a nervous traveler and I don't want to take any chances. And this person helped me. Now what happened to me here is that I thought I was powerless, I can't do anything, I'm stuck in this traffic. The moment I was willing to step out of it, I was able to actually get a solution. Part of it came from the mind. The mind was now beginning to look for options. If I had actually hypnotized myself to believe I am stuck, now I have to miss this flight and I won't be able to reach before time and the client will be upset and I got this appointment after a lot of difficulty. And you know how we work ourselves up, right? Like how kids do. So this is eminently possible. So the moment I said I have to look for an alternative, I found it. So the principle is when you look for it, you will find it. If you don't look for it, you won't find it. Okay? Why is it not changing? Yeah, okay. So the thing is that anything that you wish to do, and if you want to get empowered, you need to understand what is the intention or objective for which you need to be empowered. Why do you need the power? What happens if you don't have the power? So if you have an objective and you say that this is what I need the power to achieve, that's a good starting point to be in. So it starts from an intention, then there is an inspiration, then there is a motivation, right? And then there is empowerment. So empowerment doesn't happen like this, that starts from an intention. What do I wish to achieve? And it should be inspiring. You know, for me to say that I want to go for a walk and I'll just walk outside the compound in my house, that's not inspiring. Right? Anybody can do it. So there must be a little bit of stretch that is there. It must make a huge difference to the way in which I do things, see things, the way in which other people think of me, the other people see. When we're all creatures of habit, I think in terms of how I feel about it. But some part of this thing is that what do other people think about me is very much part of our way of living and believing, right? We can't wish it away. Even a sannyasi, for instance, he is running a huge mission, so he has to make sure that his mission is known and his ashram is known, and in his talks he has to mention about this and so on. So everybody is into this. So empowerment is starting from the belief that I have the power, I have the ability, I have the thinking, I have the strategy, I can get the resources to make it happen. Right? That's empowerment. Okay. Here's an interesting question, okay? We know that onion is an edible bulb that forces you to mourn its death. Okay? Now, if I had asked you to say, what is this, what does it do? You will all say, I don't eat onion because of XYZ reasons, because of our own culture and so on. There are other people who say onion adds flavor to the food, it makes it interesting, it makes it more tasty and so on and so forth. But this answer nobody expects. Right? And onion is edible bulb that forces you to mourn its taste. Because as you're cutting the onion, tears come from your eyes. But what an interesting way to look at this. Empowerment makes you look at the same issue differently. Right? If you're not empowered, you're not open enough your mind, then you will actually miss this very interesting thing. Right? Where should I point this? I should use this? Okay, nice. That's empowerment. I knew what the question to ask to whom, right? So, can you design a credit card in your mind? Okay? Simplest thing in the world to do, right? Fine. You got a credit card design in your mind. If you are drawing it on your paper, that's fine too. Okay? Now that's a credit card. Okay? That's the standard way in which all the credit card look. How many of you might have designed the credit card this way? Can you raise your hands for me? Yeah, okay? Right. Now this is a credit card. Discover as a credit card design which is not rectangular. Okay, now the thing is, where is the empowerment coming in this? The empowerment comes in the perspective that I did not assume that the credit card has to be rectangular. I gave myself the power to change the shape of the credit card. Right? So this is about challenging assumptions, is enabling ourselves to get empowered. Fine? Okay. Now here is a combination lock. Right. Where should I point this? I should point it to the screen. I'm seeking empowerment, huh?